Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 80-something. Either 88 or 89.
It's one of the two.
88 might be gone forever.
So this might be 88.
It might be 89 or 88.
And why would that be, Brandon?
Because I just deleted it off my hard drive because I thought I already had it and I thought we were caught up. I thought J.D. Howard was the last one we did.
You are a knucklehead, basically.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired, man.
Yeah. So where are we?
We are at the Calypso Shop and Lounge in Richardson, Texas.
And who are we?
I am Brand Luna.
I'm Randy Rankin.
Yep.
Like how I'm steering the show because you're a knucklehead?
Yeah. Suck a dick. Anyway, and today we're reviewing a cigar. Guess
are.
what?
That's what we do.
It's an Alec Bradley cigar.
It is an Alec Bradley. We haven't done an Alec Bradley in a while.
It's been a while, yeah. And this is a new one because we're bloggers and we only review new stuff. This is the we're having a discussion off mic about
we
that.
review everything.
Alec Bradley Coil or Coil or
something. I don't know. I think it's Coil. I hope.
So that's it was new at the show there at the IPCPR. It features a double binder from Honduras and Nicaragua, as well as the Coil tobacco in it. So you got the wrapper from Honduras, binder and filler are both Honduras and Nicaragua. This particular size we're doing is the Bellicoso. It's a 5.5 by 58. So
yeah,
it's a
big boy.
Good it's a good ring gauge size.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yep. That's
so
what she said.
the name comes from the farm where the tobacco comes from. So that's where the Coyol thing is coming from there. So it's all about that. And I guess it's unique and different. So we'll give it a try. We haven't.
Nice.
I had it at the show. Did you have it at the show?
No, I wasn't at the show.
Oh, okay, you didn't. That's right.
I had one during the Cowboys game last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've both had it before, so it won't be a completely new cigar to us, but it's always good to try those things. What are we cutting with, Randy?
We're cutting with our Monte Cristo cigar scissor donated to us by Eddie Gavito.
Eddie Gavito. Excelente. And it is a torpedo, so when you cut these, you got to be a little careful with how you do it, because you can definitely unwrap the whole thing if you cut too much.
Got a little bit of gravel.
So I tend to cut just a little bit off the tip and then see how the draw is, and if the draw is not great, I'll cut a little bit more.
My draw's good.
Yeah, draw seems fine.
Just very tobacco-y taste.
Well, a little bit of spice.
A little hint of sweetness. That anise thing. Get a little bit of that anise taste.
Yeah. That's almost from the wrapper, though.
Yeah, that's what
It's like straight off the wrapper.
Yep.
Interesting. So it's got a little bit of bitterness to it, but it's like a licorice kind of bitterness, like a black licorice.
Nice.
Yep.
Firing it up.
Time to fire it up and give it a go-go. So I got to hang out with Phil this week over in San Antonio for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yep.
How's he doing?
So that's cool. He's doing good, man. He's doing good.
I like Phil.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Good dude.
We shared Whataburgers.
You did?
Yeah, well, we didn't share. He got one, I got one.
Here's a bite for you.
I was like that.
Or did you do the wraparound?
We were both,
thing?
yes, the wraparound. That's what we did, yeah.
Which is better than the reach
We're doing
around.
that with fries, yeah.
Better than the reach around.
Better. No, the reach around's better.
You want to reach around Phil?
No, not from Phil. I'm just saying.
No, with Phil, it would be better to do the wraparound
well,
than
yeah,
the reach around.
yeah, exactly.
Although both are very gay.
For men to do with other men, yes.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Not that there's anything at all wrong with it.
So, first draw on this guy. A little milder than I expected, given the cold retro hell.
Cold retro hell. We haven't cold retro hell in a while. Oh, I haven't done the pre-light retro hell either. Damn it. I mean the pre-cut.
Got some spice spice to the nose. It's a very distinct spice to the nose too. It's not like a pepper spice. It's more like a cinnamon, kind of like you just got a puff of cinnamon and you put the cinnamon challenge. You do the cinnamon challenge and that comes out your nose and you're like, ah, it's like that. But you don't get the ah. Yeah.
Without the ah part.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what the band's kind of cool. It's a double band.
It is a double band. Might be triple or quadruple. You got with Alec Bradley, you never know. You got to take them off to find out.
It's like the box inside a box inside a box.
Yeah, it's
thing.
like you got the black market that has the big giant band, and under that there's another band, and people are getting band crazy now. Was that the Espada?
Yeah,
there's like 5 bands or 4 or 5 bands.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Calypso I noticed got in the new fine and rare, and it's got bands all over that too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an Alec Bradley thing.
It is an Alec Bradley thing. They like a lot of bands, and I'm okay with it. I mean, whatever, just get your visual out there, get so people can see it, and
you gotta draw attention to it in the humidor.
Yeah, and I think one of the best bands out there right now, as far as attention drawing is concerned, with the new Camacho bands. People hated those when they came out. They're like, they're too gaudy and big and blah. But guess what? You can see them. You walk in a humidor, with 1,000 SKUs, and Camacho's staring you right in the face.
Right.
Bright yellow, bright blue. It's just right there. So
it's funny when I was working at Calypso, Jeff Smith, who's been on the show, he's with Sublime and James Norman Pipes. Remember the James Norman cigar came out,
Yeah.
And Matt was kind of involved in helping them determine which was the one to pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're talking about boxes, and Matt goes, "Who gives a fuck about the box? Don't worry about the fucking box. Get the cheapest box you can. The cigar will sell itself. We'll put it in people's hands." And so Jeff passed that information on. Well, they came out with this Cuban style classic box, and you've seen the box. And I'll be damned if not 1 out of every 3 people that walked in the humidor walked over to that box like, "This is a cool box," and would buy the cigar. So it does make a difference. But Matt was just like, "Fuck." And I told him, he's like, "Really?" Surely if he got somebody, he goes, "Well, I guess I was wrong about the box."
Yep, it is. It's cigars are very much kind of like books, in that they are judged by their cover. So if you have a crappy band, people are probably going to skip your cigar.
And I'm not going to say it's a crappy band, but for the cost of the Liga Privada, I expected it to have a better band than it did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of boring for Tri-State, especially. It's because they're usually a little flashier. But which is kind of And then they copied it for the T52. It's almost the same band. But,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that cigar basically sells itself, so it doesn't need a fancy band. The Fuente Opus bands are awesome. All Fuente bands are pretty cool looking to begin with.
They're pretty fantastic. I like the Opus bands a lot. There's quite a few bands. I like a lot of the Alec Bradley bands. Like the American Sun-Grown brand.
The Tempest has got a cool.
Yeah, Tempest has got a cool band. Yeah. So it really depends. I mean, marketing does make a difference. Does it mean it's a better cigar? No. But I think it's. I don't typically judge a book by its cover. If a band catches my attention, I'll look it up and see what what the reviews are on it.
Yeah, you're going to pay more attention to what someone says about it as opposed to
exactly. Yeah, and I think people who go to B&Ms probably are like that more so than people that are online cigar buyers. Mm-hmm. Online cigar buyers, it's all about it looks cool and the description's cool. I'm buying it. So you don't really have that interaction that you get with the B&M.
Right. This is picking up a little bit. It's still moderate. It's not bold by any means yet. But
as big of a rain gauge as it is, doesn't feel like it because of the torpedo.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. That's why I always liked when I did smoke the nubs. I would like the torpedo ones because it felt like it wasn't as big a rain gauge.
Right.
As the giant.
You get the big round thing in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Phil's doing good.
Yeah, Phil's doing good. I got to meet the Oliva rep for that other region. Cool. Got to meet the Rocky Patel rep. It was a good event overall. A lot of people turned out. There was free beer and free tacos, so that's good. Nice. Yeah, I got a taco. A beer.
That's it.
But you're working, so it's kind of hard to get out there, and you got to make sure you're there to make the sales. So.
Absolutely.
But it was good to see everybody and good to hang out and stuff like that. So
that's a cool story. I've seen it.
Those events are always fun. They're less work than they are fun.
I've never even been to. Well, no, I didn't go to that one.
This is Midtown. It's brand new.
No. I was going to say a different thing. The multi-rep event.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. I've never been a part of one, obviously.
Yeah.
But Matt did do one here when he did the grand opening for the lounge. He had 4 or 5 reps that day.
Yeah.
I had to work that day, and this was before I was working here.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get to go. But that's the only one I've ever even come close to going to. So it's got to be interesting, different reps, Yeah. The thing is most of the reps all get along, so it's kind of cool to hang out and shoot the shit.
I was the new kid on the block, so they kind of had their.
You were the Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, I was the Donnie Wahlberg. So they kind of had their cliques. They'd go off and do stuff together, and I'm like, oh, they left me, because I'm the new guy. So.
Speaking of Wahlberg, I have a bitch.
Okay.
For the next segment when we talk entertainment stuff.
All right, excellent. Yeah. So Scotch was drunk, cigars were handed out. It was a good time.
There you go.
And then the Scotch was gone. And then more Scotch.
That tends to happen.
Good burn so far.
Yeah, I tried a new bourbon the other day.
Did you?
A new Scotch the other day.
All right.
Spildyke?
No, it's the one that's made for what you call it.
And
it's specific to wine.
Total
wine. Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. It was good. I had the Highland. The Highland
for
one.
the price, it's pretty darn good.
Nice.
Yeah. Spidegg or whatever it is. Yeah.
I liked it. Good stuff. So if you have a Total Wine in your area, check it out. It was like $20.
Yeah, it's inexpensive Scotch, and the cool thing about Total Wine too is you can actually do taste tests. So you say I want to try this, that, and they'll do it for you. They'll take you back there and let you try them.
So if you want to just get drunk, go to Total Wine and ask for a bunch of samples.
Ask for taste tests, exactly, and they'd be like, I gotta go.
Aren't you gonna buy anything? No, okay.
Yeah, nice. No, don't do that. But, all right, we'll be back.
Itchy beard.
Yeah. And we're back for segment 2 of the Alec Bradley Coil, whatever
it's called. It's picked up a little bit in strength.
It's definitely picked up in the strength part. Burns a little funky at this point, but nothing that really needs to be corrected yet. Who knows? But we'll see. But yeah.
At first, I was thinking it was about. I always like to compare cigars in the same line, from the same company.
Mm.
And at first, I had it pegged for being like the same strength level as a family blend.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a little stronger than a family blend.
Yeah, flavor-wise, it's kind of similar to family blend, I think, but I think it is a little stronger than the family blend for sure. Yeah. Not quite, Tempest strength yet, but you never know. It could get there. We'll see.
Okay. Mark Wahlberg rant.
Okay, go for it.
I was reading these books, and God, what's it? Stephen Hunter is the author.
Okay.
And there was a character, Bob Lee Swagger. And I always couldn't wait for them to make this into movies. They did. It was the movie Shooter with fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Sniper? Is it called Shooter?
No, Shooter, yeah.
It's called Shooter, okay.
Yeah. He was not Bob Lee Swagger. Bob Lee Swagger was a big burly mountain guy, who was a sniper in the army and, or Black Ops and stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
More disappointed when Tom Cruise became Jack Reacher, but still I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, they're redoing they're making a movie out of one of my favorite TV shows of my youth.
What's that?
The $6 Million Man.
Oh, they are? I didn't hear that.
$6 billion Man's what they're calling it.
$6 billion Man? Yeah.
And Steve Austin will be Mark Wahlberg. That fucking sucks.
I'm the $6 billion man. I'm Mark Wahlberg. How's it going, guys?
The $6 million man and Bionic
Hey, guys,
Woman.
how's it going? How about I come over there and kick your asses, right? I'm worth $6 billion. Look at this smile. Look at Mark Wahlberg.
Jeez. Those are my two favorite shows of the 70s were $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Loved those shows.
Yep.
Missed them like crazy when they went off the air.
You played with the toys, didn't you?
I had the doll.
I did too. Yeah. It was an action figure, not a doll.
You had the eye thing. Where you could
it was freaking awesome. He had the little he had the foreskin arm.
Yeah, roll it up and you can see his bionics and stuff like that. It was awesome.
That was the shit, man.
I had that. I had the Evel Knievel thing too. Remember that one?
Yep.
Where you roll it. That was cool.
Yeah, you roll it. And
I loved his helmet.
Wind it up and it
take his helmet off and put it back.
Yeah, that was cool as shit.
But fucking Mark Wahlberg,
he's the $6 billion man.
Damn it.
Well, he does have previous robot experience working with the Transformers.
I hope Lee Majors should play Goldman.
Yeah, he should.
That would be awesome.
He should be Goldman. That'd be awesome. I mean, they definitely need to do that. Or somewhere in there. He has to be something in there.
And I wonder, are they going to put the Bionic Woman in there in some place?
I don't know. Maybe for the sequel.
Maybe.
It'll be the clip at the end. It's like, hey guys, you going to hook me up with the Bionic Woman? That'd be great. Dun, dun, dun. There she is at the end.
You know who I'm going to suggest play her, if they do it.
What's her name's daughter?
It'd be kind of like that.
Yeah, Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner played her, so get Jill Wagner to play the Bionic Woman.
Oh, okay,
awesome.
not that. I was going to say the other.
No.
Well, because she actually has a daughter that's an actress, doesn't she?
Does she? I don't know.
I thought she did.
She might.
Yeah, I
don't know. No, that was Cheryl Head that we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it would be kind of funny have Jill Wagner play it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you were telling me about a TV show that I have questions about.
Yeah, I binge watched something on the road because when you're on the road and the hardest road, you tend to either do one of two things: you hang out with the other people and you party all night and stuff, or you go to your hotel and you chill out.
That's what I do.
I went to my hotel and I chilled out, and I binge watched Gotham.
Okay.
Because I'm a Batman fan. I like the movies and stuff, and I was a big comic book nerd, and I liked it growing up. And I kind of thought like, it sounds really stupid. I'll give it a go. And I watched the first 2 episodes and kind of gave up on it because I thought it was kind of crappy. But as it progressed, it's gotten better. And one of the things I like about what they're doing with it is they're bringing in a lot of the characters from the comic books that the comic books nerds will know that haven't necessarily been in any incarnation of it before, whether it be on television or whatever. So, and some of the modern take on some of the characters, like I like where they're going with Penguin and that's
but they're like kids
cool.
though, aren't they?
Well, no, Penguin's not. I mean, Penguin's like an
older.
adult, but but he's probably in his. I guess he's supposed to be like in his 20s, So because he's supposed to be around, older than Batman when they get there. And the kid that they got to play Bruce Wayne, I mean, like you barely see Bruce Wayne, and like after the second episode, it's like he's kind of gone. It's like he only has a couple minutes here and there, but now he's getting into it, and they're doing some really cool stuff with his character and making him become an investigator, and you start to see where he's getting all this, where how he became the world's best detective or whatever the hell, So it's kind of cool. I'm digging where it's going now. I think it has potential to be a good show in and of itself without the whole Batman thing.
Gotcha. Okay, I have questions.
Okay, go for it.
First of all, the guy that got playing Alfred's too old, I think. Because by the time Bruce Wayne grows up, this guy's going to be dead. But I'm joking. He's not that old, but
he's
he
in his
looks like he's in his
40s.
mid-50s.
He's the guy. You saw Dog Soldiers, right? We watched that for the thing.
Yeah.
He was in Dog Soldiers. Yeah. He was one of the guys from that.
Don't remember that.
Yeah. He was like the general or whatever, the cool guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his name?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he's
That
good.
guy.
Yeah, that guy from Dog Soldiers. But he's good. He's a good actor.
Okay.
And maybe he could be too old.
Okay.
But I mean, so is the guy that they have to play. Who else? There's a guy, the main
Commissioner Gordon.
bad guy. Not Commissioner Gordon. He's fine. He's in his 20-somethings too, so he'll be.
It's funny that most of my Batman knowledge is from the Adam West.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but here this goes to Batman knowledge.
Okay.
So I remember the first one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
The guy who would become the Joker killed his parents.
Yeah.
Was that the way it was in the comic books?
No.
So it's not that way in Gotham either.
No, it's not that way in Gotham either. But
All
they changed it again. It was the way it was in the Bale movies was the way it was supposed to be. It was closer to the comics. This one they've taken it another different direction, but I like the direction they're taking it because the corruption doesn't only go to Gotham city officials and police officers, but it also gets into Wayne Enterprises being corrupt. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
So that takes it into a different
So my whole
direction.
origin idea of Batman is wrong then.
Yeah.
So it
Because you're
wasn't the
basing
guy-
it on the movie, which is was different than
Okay.
So
And I never read the comic books, and I tried to watch one of the Bale ones. I just couldn't get into it.
Too dark for you, or too?
No, it's just.
Yeah.
I still like the Adam West.
Yeah. You like the
The
cheesy,
bam, pow.
the cheesy one.
Cool.
That
Yes, because the girl who played Batgirl was hot. Never knew what her name was, but she was hot.
Yep.
Barbara Gordon, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Mr.
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, she was smoking hot.
And see, Barbara Gordon in this version of the show is dating a. Oh, it's not Barbara Gordon, is it? I don't know. I'll have to watch it again.
Chief O'Hara ever make it into any of the movies?
Chief O'Hara.
Remember he was Commissioner Gordon's sidekick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in the movies.
Yeah, he's in the show. But it's a cool show. I mean, I think it's pretty well written. I like where they're going with it. I think it has potential. They're kind of getting away from, because they have a bad habit, like with Smallville did this, where it was like the villain of the week. It's like there's a villain, you got to defeat him. Oh, you defeat him. That's it.
Yeah.
So this one they've gotten kind of sort of into that, but there's also another story arc that's kind of going throughout. So there's threads of the thing that continue it that make you still interested in. You have to watch the whole series. You can't just come in episode 4 and figure out what's going on.
Like 24 or something like that.
Yeah, you have to kind of keep going with it. So I like that they're doing that, and it's not just the villain of the week.
Right.
Because if they did that, they'd blast through the villains in the first season, and then you'd be like, where do you go now?
Yeah.
So they've started to introduce some of them that are villains from the comics, and that's kind of cool. The one introduction that they did was really cool this last episode. So, so I think it has potential to be a good show. I think the reviews are pretty good, and the ratings are good, so I'll stick with it. But I couldn't stick with Smallville. I tried to watch the Flash.
I wanted to
show,
watch Smallville because I'm more of a Superman guy.
Yeah.
But never could get into it. I did watch Lois and Clark from time to time. That wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. It was okay.
I think Dean Cain was an underrated Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Hatcher looks good with clothes on.
Yeah, but not without.
Not with
Flapjacks.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
That was
so
disappointing.
disappointing.
Especially after, the Seinfeld thing.
Yeah.
They're real and they're spectacular.
They're real.
No, they're not spectacular.
They're real. I'll give you that.
They're real. They need some work.
Maybe they shouldn't be real.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That was disappointing.
That was very disappointing, unfortunately. This has turned out to be a pretty good cigar, though, man.
It's tasty.
Yeah, it is tasty. I won't say it's the most complex thing in the world, but
it's changed.
it's changed since we started it.
Not drastic changes by
Yeah.
any means. But Smallville, I don't even know if I ever saw an episode of it. I don't think I did. I think I kept intending to, but I never.
I think the guy that they got
And it wound up
for
lasting
Smallville-
like forever.
Yeah, it lasted a long time. The guy that they got for Smallville has the Superman look. I mean, he looks like Superman.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like it was too teeny bopperish and it was made for a younger crowd. And
Yeah.
meh. When you try and watch it as an adult, you're like, this is garbage, so I don't know.
But you're
But,
liking Gotham so far.
I'm liking Gotham so far, and I think I'm going to binge watch Fargo because I heard that was really good.
I'm gonna watch Fargo. I've been wanting.
Oh, good.
to,
We can
too.
talk about that then.
Yeah,
That'd be
I've been
good.
wanting to.
Yeah, I like Billy Bob Thornton, and I saw him on an episode
I like
of Big
Billy
Bang
Bob.
Theory.
Yeah, and the girl, one of the main actor girls, she might be the cop, the Frances McDormand character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the show. She's from Dallas, and she was on the ticket.
Oh, yeah?
Talking about the show and how she got the part, and it's just so weird for these people that struggle, and boom, okay, now you're on a hit show, and it's your first gig, It's like,
Yeah.
wow, this is weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
But
and you got to think Jim Parsons. I mean, he had a
Yeah.
couple little minor roles, and all of a sudden he's a big
Yeah.
deal, and he's making
Yeah.
a shit ton of money because of that one role.
and beating Steve Carell at the Emmys, bastard.
Yep. And that movie's out or already
coming
out?
out,
Or,
yeah,
it's
it's
coming
getting-
out.
yeah.
What's it called? It's a weird name.
Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher, yeah.
Fox something.
It's Foxcatcher, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
So Steve Carell in a serious role.
They're already saying, dust off your mantle, there will be an Oscar there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was telling about that Costner movie that he thinks has got Oscar. They got a release date for it in time, so... But this article I read said he's stupid to even try that. He should have waited till next year because there's no way anyone's beating out Carell this year.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look forward to that. There's a couple movies that came out recently that I do want to see. I do want to see that the new Christopher Nolan one, the space one.
Although they got horrible reviews.
Did it? I thought I got
Yes.
good reviews.
Horrible. This one guy was reading said, when you walk out of Interstellar, and believe me, you will walk out of Interstellar. That's,
Wow.
That was the opening sentence of the review.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was just good IMDb wise or whatever, but
Yeah. No, that was, and I read several similar reviews on that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I like McConaughey in smaller roles.
Yeah.
Or smaller smaller things.
well, you like smaller movies anyway.
Yeah, but he's good in those type.
Yeah.
I like him in Frailty and Mud and even Bernie, which you said you hadn't seen Bernie. You need to see Bernie. That is a must-watch movie.
I've heard it's good. I just haven't
Hilarious.
watched
Jack Black got screwed. They released that movie at the wrong time of the year. If it had been released later, I think Jack Black would have gotten Oscar consideration.
Yeah.
He was that good in that movie.
I've heard that. I heard it's a
Yeah.
really good role for him.
And are we running out of break?
Yeah, whatever.
But I had movie news that you didn't have.
Oh, what's that?
Hugh Jackman and Kevin Costner are going to be in Expendables 4.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I did read about that. Yeah,
That's pretty
I read about
cool.
that. That is cool. They're bringing in some bigger names.
Bigger
which is
names
good, yeah.
and still action guys, but they're
Yeah.
I
I thought they were done with 3, but I guess they're making a 4 now. So
3 did so well overseas that it wound up killing it.
Yeah.
It's printing money basically is all they're doing, but it'd be kind of cool. So they've brought in some other names other than the first was all just action people, but
Yeah.
they've brought in like Kelsey Grammer, Mel Gibson. Well, he's
Yeah.
kind of an action guy, but not to the level.
Kelsey
of,
Grammer wasn't. I mean, Kelsey
No.
Grammer was he was great in the third one. That
Was
was
he?
really awesome. You
I
need
like
to watch
Kelsey
it.
Grammer, so
He's really good.
I might have to
Check it
watch
out.
the first 3 now, so I can
Yeah.
be caught up for 4. No, I can just
Second,
watch 4.
just watch the first one and the third one. You don't need to
Okay,
watch
watch
the
the
second
second
one's kind of a waste.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, so we're gonna take a break. We'll come back for the last third of the Alec Bradley Coil. And we're back for the last
back.
third of the Alec Bradley Coil or however you say it.
However that's-
Coyol. However you would say that. I have no idea. I want to say Coil, but it's not Coil. It's not like a coil
No,
per se. It's based on a region. Yeah.
and it's not YOLO.
No, it's not
not
yellow.
yellow.
That'd be God.
That'd
They
be
make
awesome.
that. I want to punch whoever makes that cigar. So a little bit of cigar news because we haven't done cigar news in a long time, and there is some news out there. First one that I think this is hilarious. You know JFR, right?
Yeah.
Just for retail
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah.
They're doing the Lunatic. So I guess
Your name's
that's
gonna
not
be
going
in
to
a
be my
cigar.
cigar anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's an 8x80.
That is lunacy.
8x80. Why? Why? Why would you? That's
crazy.
That's too big.
That's way too big.
So you could cut that in half and still have a 4x80. Just ridiculous. Stop it already.
Yeah. Let me just,
Go the opposite direction with that, please.
so
For
how
the
do you
love
feel
of
about your
Christ.
name being part of the word lunacy?
I don't care. That's
Okay.
fine. I got a cool name. It's Moon. So hey, whatever. Another piece of news that I thought this is kind of interesting too. Drew Estate unveils the Pappy Van Winkle cigar.
Oh, wow.
Did you see that?
I heard something about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first thing I thought was, well, it's obviously infused cigar with Pappy Van Winkle, or they age it in the barrel or something.
Yeah.
No, it's just a cigar.
what they're
and
calling it.
just calling it that, but it's supposed to age. It's supposed to go well with Pappy Van Winkle. So
Well,
I
yeah,
think
but
they kind of missed the boat.
Who can afford Pappy Van Winkle?
Apparently people. And apparently people who smoke Drew Estate. Because they're all excited about it.
You know me, I'm the bourbon king of the world, and I can't afford that shit. I've never had it. It's like $90 for a fit.
I've never had it either, and I probably never will unless I get it
It might even be more than that.
in the DR or something like that. So.
Remember that was that funny scene in the internship where they think they have their jobs and are ordering Pappy Van Winkle and
Yeah.
find out that they lost their jobs and they're like, can we go Dutch on this?
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Rocky Patel Catch 22 is finally hitting shelves. Have you seen that out
I've
there at
seen
all?
it. I've had it, actually.
Yeah. Is it any good?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I just
liked
thought
it.
that was an odd name, Catch 22.
Yeah.
You know? But it's about the whole prohibition, thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going that route with it, trying
That's
to.
cool.
I guess he's
Or
doing
he's-
his thing to try and get out there and say,
he's
stop doing shit to
It's
cigars.
got signs, free, all kinds of freedom signs and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah, you got the ones hanging in the B&M. It's like, was it Give Me Liberty and a cigar?
Yeah.
So he's doing his due diligence
Yeah.
to keep it in the forefront of people's knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dallas Eyes Smoking Ban Park. Smoking Park Ban. Smoking
Ban
Ban Park?
Park?
Yeah.
Let's go to the smoking ban park.
The hardest road. So they're looking at not only Frisco doing that, but now Dallas is looking at basically banning tobacco in general.
in
You
public,
can't
basically.
have it on you, can't smoke it, nothing. I'm like,
Can't even have it on you.
that's the thing. Yeah, it's like if you're caught with tobacco products on you in a park, you get a fine for that. It's like a $200 fine.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So it's not illegal to buy it if you're over a certain age, but it's illegal to have it on your person at a park.
That's ridiculous.
That is the stupidest thing.
I didn't realize it had gone that far.
Yeah, we need money, guys. There's other ways to do it. Just I don't understand that at all. I do not understand it. It
it's
makes
just
no
ridiculous.
sense whatsoever.
It's a legal activity,
I know.
but
It's
it's only legal in certain areas, I guess.
It's getting crazy, guys. It's getting
Yeah.
crazy out there. So make sure you go to your local representatives and voice your opinion about this. That doesn't need to be done.
Right.
Do your due diligence and get out there and make sure that it's not done in your area because there's too much going on. Too many people trying to just
There's too many other
Take
things to be
this away
worried
from
about.
us. Yeah.
Worry about other things.
like Ebola and stuff.
Yeah.
But
And
didn't-
stuff.
Yeah, other stuff. Things that are important,
Right.
like booze. Worry
no,
about that.
Leave booze alone.
No, drink it.
I'll drink it. Yeah.
Yeah. Worry about not having it. I don't know.
That was just a rambling bit of nothing right there.
I did my
You
job.
sounded like a politician because you didn't make any sense.
I should be a politician.
Oh man. So it's stayed at that strength level. It hasn't changed much towards the end.
The flavors changed a bit. It's
the
gotten
strength
a little,
level hasn't
So
really-
it is complex. It does have some complexity to it. Flavor profile is actually kind of thinning out in the last third,
I'm
which is
getting
interesting.
cedary notes.
Yeah. And ketchup. No ketchup. That'd be weird if you got that in a cigar with it.
Yuck.
Whataburger cigar, spicy ketchup.
Oh man.
Ah, man. So, have you done the road food yet? Have you gone to Cracker Barrel?
Not
That's,
yet.
that's
no.
road food. You got to go to Cracker
Oh
Barrel.
yeah, I did go to Cracker
You
Barrel in
did?
San Antonio. I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I got up one early. I couldn't sleep. It was like 6:30,
Yeah.
and I knew what the hotel had for breakfast the day before, and so I was like, "There's a Cracker Barrel in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I'll go over there."
Yeah, the hotel I was staying at has the same weird
Yeah, I don't like the flat
the
egg.
biscuits and the sausage. The sausage is horrible. It's like this funky
rubber
plasticky puck thing. Yeah, it's like you could use it for hockey easily. And then they have gravy for the biscuits, but the gravy's like water. And so I just had like a yogurt and a banana.
Yeah.
It was really it for me.
Yeah.
You just can't. There's no good food there. But the place I stayed at actually you got 10% off IHOP, so I was tempted to go over to IHOP, but I didn't do it. So.
But you didn't do Cracker Barrel, or you did do Cracker
I
Barrel?
did Cracker Barrel for
Yeah.
lunch. They had $5.99 lunch. That was a good lunch.
Nice.
For $5.99. Not bad at all.
I've only had regular food there once.
Yeah.
I always get breakfast when I go.
Yeah. I was in San Antonio last week, and I actually had a lot of trips around memory lane because I hadn't been to San Antonio in a long time. It's prettier than I remember, but the highway system there is freaking horrible. If Austin's bad, but San Antonio, they do the weirdest thing there, and I've never seen this anywhere. And I guess because I didn't drive that long in San Antonio, I didn't really see it as a youthful driver. But okay, like when you exit a shopping center, usually you can just go across if you want to take a left, right? Well, they don't have that in San Antonio. Like most places, you have to like go down the street, and there's a separate U-turn lane that has lights that are just for U-turns. I'm like, the hell's that?
That's weird.
And it's like 2 miles up the street, so you got to go
Yeah.
down the street forever before you
All
can
right.
turn around. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I forgot about
Horrible.
that. Well, I was driving, or I wasn't driving at this point. I just started with a new job, and corporate office was in New Jersey, and I'd never been to Jersey. And lady wanted to take the new salespeople out for lunch, and there was a Chili's over here, and she said, "Is Chili's fine?" We're like, "Yeah, Chili's is great." So she gets over into the left lane. I'm like, thought we were going to Chili's. This is what I'm thinking in my head. And then this other guy said it. He goes, "Thought we were going to Chili's." She goes, "We are. I'm making the exit." It's over there. They have these things called jug handles.
Okay.
And so you exit from the left, and then it's a circle back around like a jug handle. And
Yeah.
that's how you exit to get over to the other side of the highway. It's like,
What?
how stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, and like one of the shops I went to it was kind of like that too. You had to you saw the shop, you passed it. I'm like, why is my directions telling me to go like all the way down, take a U-turn, go in this neighborhood, come back around? Because that's what you had to get there. It was ridiculous.
Well, I was in New Orleans, and I've told you I worked at a job where I was in New Orleans 3 weeks out of the month for about 6 months. And so I know New Orleans really well. And I'm on Canal Street, and I'm trying to get onto 10. And the TomTom is saying, turn left. And I'm like, no, I'm not turning left. And that's so I passed where I was supposed to turn left. Make a U-turn and turn right onto. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Canal runs into 10. I know it does. I've done it a billion times. And then it almost like panicking. I'm joking, but it's almost like, make a U-turn, idiot.
Right.
Like, so
why didn't you U-turn?
So I got up there, and then it says, okay, because there is a place for you to U-turn to get onto 10. It's designed just for that. And I know I've done this 100 times. So I got there, and when I got to that thing, it says, make a U-turn and get on I-10. I'm like, duh. That's what I was going to do to begin with. But yeah, it wanted me to cut through downtown. I'm like, it goes right into 10.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I dealt with that on the way home, too, because it was telling me to go like through these neighborhoods to get to 35. I'm like, 35 is right there.
Exactly.
You know, but now the way it was telling me to go, if I had gone the way it told me to go, I would have gone on 35 right there. But I had to I stayed on the access road for like 4 miles before I could actually get on 35, which was a pain in the butt. But still, that's San Antonio for you. But it's a prettier town than I remember. It's actually some hills over there and stuff, and there's some nice areas.
And I was impressed with that one area of Austin I saw. I told you it looks like Italy.
Yeah, all the houses on the hills. Yeah, it's nice.
It's really cool.
Yeah, there's definitely pretty parts of Texas that are Dallas is just flat. I mean, you got to get to hill country to get any.
If you go out by Duncanville and stuff, there's some hilly areas there, and it's kind of pretty there.
Rockwell's pretty. Yeah. Rockwell's actually pretty. They kind of reminds me of that too. They got houses on the hills and stuff there, and upper echelon people walking around. But then you got the area where Pop does his thing, and it's like sketchy, scary. Yeah. So it depends.
Yeah, but
I've been trying to do more of the local flavor for food, though. Like I'll ask people there, like, what's a good place to have this, and they'll tell me, other places other than
I haven't done that
fast food yet.
I tend to stick with things I know, but
you're a fussy eater.
Not so much that. I mean, that's part of it, but it's also I know at least it's going to be consistent. It's going to be good. Yeah. I don't want to spend $10 for something and go, that sucked.
Yeah.
So.
I get you. Yeah. But for San Antonio, you got to have Tex-Mex. You want to go to a good Tex-Mex place.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I went to a Chinese restaurant there in San Antonio that I had been to when I was a kid, and I just saw it off the highway, and I was like, I got to go there. So I had to do a U-turn and go back over to it. It was still good.
Apparently, there's one across from Stogie's called Lambeau.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be pretty good. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll go there. I might give them a shot because it's a buffet, and Todd said I would like some stuff on that.
You'll be eating all kinds of little corn tots. Those little
something like that, yeah.
That and French fries. Yay!
Although House of Pies is across the street. I'd just rather go there.
House of Pies?
Yeah.
So is it all just breakfast food and pies, or do they have like steaks?
It's like diner. It's like a diner. It's all diner food.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a try, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to be going to Houston next week and staying with family, so I'm
holding back.
Yeah?
Of
what?
A bodily function.
Well, we are at the end of the show. So.
Yes, we are.
So, as always, check us out at the normal places you can find us: iTunes, iHeartRadio,
Spreaker, Stitcher, Podomatic, Podcast Land, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you before the show that this past week we've had more downloads in France than we have in the United States.
Interesting, yeah.
That is very weird.
Unfortunately, we're going to give up on doing the shout-outs just because it's just out of control.
And we're cutting the length of the show down, and that was a 7, 8, 9 minute segment.
Exactly, yeah. So we do want to thank all the people that have given us shout-outs and given us retweets and stuff. You know who you are.
We appreciate it a lot.
We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
And we'll send private messages to you every once in a while. Thank you, and retweets and stuff like that. So
yeah, and congratulations to Scott Cognac. He got a new job.
Yes, Scott. Awesome.
Although he said it's like 62 hours a week. Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah, we're going to have to try it. I'm going to try and get in contact with him before I go over there so I can see him at least.
Yeah. I'll let him know when I'm coming up.
Excellent. So, as always, it's been great smoking with you.
See you later, Brandon.
See you later, Randy. Tasty smoke.
Good
Try
smoke.
it.